of thermodynamics. Dear friends, in our earlier lecture, we have studied about heat engine, refrigerator, heat pump. We have derived the equation of efficiency for the heat engine, COP of the refrigerator and COP of the heat pump. Now friends, in this lesson, we will study about reversible and irreversible process. Dear friends, then we will move to Carnot theorem, what our Carnot theorem says, and our then third law of thermodynamics, and then friends we will study about entropy concept. It is very important. So friends, I hope that you will enjoy this lecture, and friends, if you find this lecture helpful, then please like this lecture and share it as possible as maximum. So friends, there is second law of thermodynamics enable to divide all the process in two category. By second law of thermodynamics, we divide all process in reversible or it is ideal process, and another one is irreversible or unideal process. So friends, first of all, what is reversible or ideal process? A reversible process is one which is performed in such a way that conclusion of process both system and surrounding may be at restored to initial state. It means it says that in a reversible process there is no loss of energy. We will get our initial state again, and there is no change in universe. The energy of universe remain constant during the reversible or ideal process. A reversible process is also termed as quasi-static process. Quasi-static process means which is completed in infinite slow rate. Dear friends, which take infinite time, and our reversible process is same as quasi-static process. So friends, we will say that reversible process are generally impossible because there is always irreversibility in nature. So it is ideal one. Okay friends. Now friends, what is irreversible process? Any natural process which is carried out at finite temperature gradient is called as irreversible process. Friends, all natural processes are irreversible in nature, and that taken place at finite temperature gradient. There is difference between our source and sink. Our temperature is finite. Okay friends, and it is happen, then it is called as reversible process. Now friends, we will move to types of irreversibility. There is two types of irreversibility friends. One is internal irreversibility and another one is external irreversibility. In internal irreversibility, it is due to internal dissipative effect like friction, turbulence, etc. within the system. Friends, due to friction, due to turbulence, there is irreversibility produced in our system. So it is called as internal irreversibility. And what is external irreversibility? It is due to irreversibility occurring at system boundary due to transfer of heat, due to transfer of work. So friends, our external irreversibility occurs at system boundary. Now dear friends, our Carnot theorem says that if a number of heat engine working between two temperature T1 and T2, then none of that has higher efficiency than reversible heat engine. Dear friends, it says that this is our source. Okay, this is our sink. It has high temperature, this has low temperature. It says that number of heat engine working between T1 and T2, this is number of, okay, infinite number. This is our reversible heat engine, and this is all are general. So it says that efficiency of reversible heat engine is maximum than any other engine. So friends, it says that efficiency of reversible heat engine is maximum than another general. Okay friends, this is our Carnot theorem. Dear friends, now we will move to our third law of thermodynamics. It states that it is impossible by any process to how idealize it to achieve absolute zero temperature. Friends, it means 0 Kelvin temperature in finite number of operation. This statement is given by Fowler and Guggenheim. If by any method or machine we achieve absolute zero temperature, then it is termed as perpetual motion machine of third kind. Dear friends, it says that it is impossible to achieve 0 Kelvin temperature. It is absolute zero temperature. So if we achieve it, then it is perpetual motion machine of third kind. Friends, we know that maximum efficiency is 1 minus T2 upon T1. So friends, if we will achieve 0 Kelvin or minus 273.15 degrees Celsius, then this term becomes 0 and our efficiency become 100%. So friends, it is impossible any engine give us 100% efficiency. So friends, this is our third law, which is impossible. Okay friends, and if it is possible, then it is says that perpetual motion machine of third kind. Now dear friends, we will move to our very important topic. It is entropy. What is it? Entropy is defined as the degree of randomness or disorderness in system. It may also be termed as unit of energy wastage. Friends, it is degree of randomness or disorderness, or how much energy wastage is also called as entropy. Friends, our Clausius theorem says that it has two statements. Two adiabatic line never intersect each other. Dear friends, and another one is, if reversible path is converted into reversible zigzag path in such a way that area under the curve is remain equal, then heat transfer in the reversible path is equal to heat transfer in the isothermal path. Friends, it is says that if reversible path is converted into zigzag motion, then what happen? Area under the curve remains same, then our reversible heat transfer at reversible path is equal to heat transfer at isothermal path. Friends, on the basis of these two statements, Clausius says that cyclic integral of dq upon t for reversible cycle will be 0. Cyclic integral of dq upon t for any reversible cycle is 0. Okay friends, this is Clausius statement about entropy. Now friends, we will move to properties of entropy. The properties of entropy are, friends, here there is consider PV diagram, and we are going from initial state I to final state F by reversible path. It is R1, and again we will achieve the initial state I from final state F to I through reversible path R2. So friends, from Clausius theorem, cyclic integral of dq upon t for reversible path is 0. So friends, first we will go from I to F. So we will here integrating from I to F. It is reversible path R1 dq upon t, and then friends, this is cycle. So then again we go from F to I, here F to I, the path is R2, here R2, and friends, dq upon t is equal to 0. Friends, then we write this in our right hand side. this become like this. And friends, this is the property of integration, that if we want to uh, want to move we want to move this minus sign, then we will change our this limit of our integration. So it is change here I, in place of I there is f, and in the place of f there is I, and this become equal. So friends, it means that there exists a property which depend on initial and final state. It does not depend on path followed by system, and this property is termed as entropy change or entropy. Friends, here both become equal, dq upon t from initial to final for path R1 equals to dq upon t from final to initial for path R2. So both become equal. So friends, we will find another one property which is entropy change or entropy. And friends, entropy change is equal to dq upon t, and its unit is joule per Kelvin. Friends, if we will integrate it, then initial to final ds is equal to integration of initial final dq upon t, then we will find SF minus SI is equal to integration of initial to final dq upon t. Friends, it is property, so it is fixed at particular point, so it is point function. It is point function, so extensive property because it depends on the mass, and it is point function, so exact or perfect differentiation. And if we will use term specific, then specific entropy becomes intensive property, becomes independent of mass. So this is all about entropy, friends. Now friends, we will move to our next topic, which is inequality of Clausius. Here Clausius says that we are considering A, B, C, D is cycle in which AB is general process. It may be reversible or irreversible, while others are all are reversible in nature. Okay friends, so from Carnot we can say that efficiency of reversible is greater than efficiency of other. So this is the efficiency of reversible, and this is the efficiency of other or general process. Friends, if this is greater, okay, and this is lower, it means this dq2 upon dq is greater than dq2 upon dq for reversible. So we are writing here, it means it is reversible, then we can write as t2 upon t, and here it is same. So friends, we will dq comes here, and this t2 goes here under. So friends, this dq2 is reversible, this is general, but this is reversible. So friends, dq2 upon t2 for reversible is equal to cyclic, we are applying cyclic integral both side, then this will become cyclic integral of dq2 upon t2. It is reversible, so it become 0. And friends, this is the cyclic integral of dq upon t is less than or equal to 0. It is inequality of Clausius. It provide criteria for possibility of various cycle. Friends, if cyclic integral of dq upon t is equal to 0, then it is reversible, as we already know. If it is less than 0, then it is irreversible cycle, and it is possible dq upon t is less than 0, then it is irreversible and possible. And friends, if cyclic integral of dq upon t is greater than 0, then it is impossible. Okay, so friends, this is all about our lecture. So I am here ending the lecture, friends. Thank you your support, and please like, share, and thank you very much.